You may or may not have noticed, but I am actually bald. And I was not always this way. It started when I was 18, and I'm now 21. And I just want to talk about how it affected me at the start compared to the way I feel about it now. So, the story, I actually went bald the day after prom because I had cut my hair short the day after prom, and then it just didn't grow back. So I was just kind of left like this, and I was really confused. I mean, I understood that I was going bald because my dad is also bald, and my dad went bald I think at 16, so I was kind of expecting it, and like my hair was already going a little bit thin, but I didn't expect it to just all go at once like that, and it really was a big shock. And you know my hair was always like really long and curly, and like like I had like a fro going on, and then like once that got taken away, I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, I don't feel like myself anymore. But I really came a long way from that, and I just wanted to make this video to like kind of talk about how I felt then versus now. Okay, so when I went bald, the first thing I did was I got a hat collection. Like I got a bunch of like beanies and hats, and I would wear them at school, and hats usually aren't allowed at school, so I would get told to take them off, and then I would take them off, and then my bald head would be out, and then I would feel like exposed. Oh my gosh, it's so bald and shiny right now because of the light. Yeah, it's too dark. Right there. I was always wearing hats. I never really went places without a hat. I always kept one on, and I was just really scared of the reaction I would get from people my age because being 18, you're still really young, and you're not even like, I mean, I was still a teenager, so experiencing that and like seeing nobody else really around me like that, it was very shocking, and I felt really alone because of it. But before like I went completely bald, I remember one thing I used to do always. I used to always get my phone, and then I would like take pictures of myself like that to like see how bad it was getting. Creepy because I'm like, right here is where I'm going thin, where it's like bald, but it can grow on the sides. I used to always take pictures in like different lighting and stuff to make sure my hair looked good enough for like going out, and then like my old friends at the time like wouldn't notice it and be like, dude, you're going bald, dude, and you're only 18. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're going bald. Like, I understand they were young and stuff, but hearing that from your friends at like that age is really hurtful. I mean, it would be hurtful at all ages, I would say, because like you can't control it. Well, I mean, you can like with like medicine and stuff and like sprays, but that's not the route I wanted to go. I just wanted to just let it be done and accept it. And I used to have all types of hairstyles, like braids. I used to have the waves going on. I even wanted to get dreads at one point, but I'm very glad that I didn't do that because if I didn't even like the braids, and there's no way that I would have liked dreads. I didn't like my hair being like knotted and stuff, but I did like having the freedom to do a bunch of hairstyles and stuff. And when that got taken away, I felt like I was losing a lot of my identity. Like I didn't feel young anymore. Like it made me feel like I was an old man, but I mean that's not the truth because there's lots of young bald people. I mean, maybe not like as young as I was, but you usually start going bald like mid 20s, so it's nothing to be ashamed of. I know there's young bald people. I just need to like think of some. Who's a young bald person? Lots of black men are young bald people. So I mean that's like an example. I'm mixed, so it wasn't seen as like too weird to like the black people in my life, but like to all my white friends, they were all very confused. Like, why are you bald? Like, you just had hair like last week. Like, what happened? And but like, it's more normalized in like the black community to be bald and to have like a shorter hairstyle. Like growing up, I used to have like a one guard buzz cut all over. So I mean, like it wasn't that much different. But just it was really shocking to see like how people would like change and like treat you differently because you are bald. Like I always got like told that I looked way older than I was. I I didn't look like who I used to be really. Like I just looked way more mature. But one thing I did realize is that the people who did make comments are the people who were just miserable with their lives in general, and they would always have a thing to say to somebody. Like even if I wasn't bald, I mean, they'd make another comment like just about whatever they could. So I didn't really take it like too personally because I knew that those people weren't like the greatest people, but it still hurt. Um, but the way that I got over it pretty much is I just quit wearing hats one day, and I was like, I don't want to continue to live in fear of what a person might say. Like, if they say something to me and they're that bold to like insult me to my face, then that's not my problem. I mean, that's their problem because they're miserable. So I didn't really care. But it did take a long time to get to that point, and I'm very glad that I did because now I can go out and I can let my bald head shine, and the whole world can see it, and they're like, "Wow, you're super bald." I'm like, "Yep, I am." Um, Going back to the cool bald people, Walter White is bald, and he's cool. He's very cool. He is in the greatest television show ever, so it's fine. He actually was a big inspiration for like me embracing the baldness, because like I don't know, he was just a cool character, and how he was like still confident, was very inspiring. And then I also had to realize that I am a lot more than just like my hairstyle. Like if if I'm not liked anymore because I'm bald, then I don't really want to be your friend anyways. And I may have lost the hair, but I did not lose who I am. I'm still me, I'm still gonna do all the things I like doing, just bald now. So if you are young, old, middle aged, and you're bald, look at this young 21-year-old who doesn't care. And like, if I can deal with like younger people like looking at me differently, like, then you have no reason to be scared, really. And also, like, nobody really, the only people that care are the people that are miserable and will make a mean comment. Like, the only ones that'll laugh at you are just miserable people. I'm more confident now than ever because, like, I never thought that I could even get to this point and like be okay because I was like really depressed. But now I'm good and bald. So yeah, stay bald, and if you're going bald, just cut it off.